Yo, 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 yo. You with your boys, two brothers.
Yes, indeed.
You with my man Ola.
Is.
Your boy is. What's up, baby?
Yes, indeed.
All right, y'all. We got a great topic for tonight. Y'all ready? Listen, we about to talk about marriage and lifetime partners. My man believes in marriage. I'm on the border right now. I've been married, but I'm at the point right now I only believe in life partners because I believe with marriage, when it doesn't work, a lot of people are ready to get out of the marriage, and it doesn't always work out for everybody. So we about to have a great conversation, man. Please leave your comments, subscribe, let us know what y'all think, man.
Throw them likes in there. Yes, indeed.
Definitely throw those likes and let us know what y'all think. Ola, take us off, baby.
All right. So, marriage. Coming from the background that I'm coming from, parents been together 40 plus years. I've seen relationships. I've seen marriages. My take is the only path to building that unit, building that community, is going to be through marriage. Now, let me go and throw a caveat in there. I'm not saying that marriage is an ultimate, that it's a 100% path. You know, it has its hiccups. It has its differences from yesteryear versus today. At the end of the day, though, the way I see it, if you're looking at building that unit, if you're looking at building that family, you're going to do it through marriage. You're going to have that marriage. You're going to have that family.
But hold on. But see, that's my problem. Why do you have to do it through marriage, though? Like, what about the terminology of marriage makes you think you have to do it through that?
I will say this. I'm never going to say that anyone has to do any one thing.
Okay.
At the same time, I will say the path that I see is the most proficient in moving toward building family, most proficient toward building that unit is going to be through marriage. From a legality standpoint, from just optics as well, you know, and I don't always believe in optics because I believe that sometimes the way something seems isn't really the reality. But
all right.
When it comes to this, I do think that, you know, when it comes to marriage, the legality aspect of it, you know, which you can pass down to either your spouse or to your kids.
Okay.
There's a higher benefit when it comes to marriage.
Okay. And so with our statistics, because we're still working on it, so we're working on statistics right now. But the thing about this, what about marriage keeps you bound to where it's like, yo, you're like, look, is there something mentally, right, that says, okay, we're married, so it's like we're gonna mentally work through this, right? Because I think it has to be something more. Because what I find is, right, like we're not talking about marriage 100 years ago. We're talking about marriage today, right?
Yeah.
So marriage today is different. People's perspective is different.
Yeah.
A lot of people are not in it for the long haul. As soon as things go crazy,
yeah,
they're ready to go. And I was looking up statistics, 70+% of marriages are divorced.
True.
By the woman. The woman is the one divorcing, right? So it's like something in that concept is not triggering. What do you feel like we're doing, right? Because you believe that marriage is definitely the better route to go. Would you agree, right?
I believe it is, yeah.
So what about marriage is it that maybe we're missing, or maybe we should, that you believe it makes the relationship better?
I think we have a lack of understanding of what marriage is. And we also have a lack of dedication to marriage.
Okay.
We have an asphyxiation to the idea of what a marriage is versus what is actually involved in a marriage. We're fascinated by the idea of having a wedding. We're fascinated on the idea of people that we may see that are older and they've been married for some odd years, and we're like, oh, okay, cool, we can do that, and we just get fixated on the idea.
So you think most people get married for the idea of just being married?
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the disconnection where a lot of people do get married, and they go into it for obviously the wrong reasons. They go into it thinking that they can just fulfill this idea of marriage versus actually fulfilling what's involved. You know, one thing that my pops always says when it comes to, because you know I do like car work on the side, and you know I'll work on something. I try to explain to him the process of things. He's like, I don't want to hear all that. Just give me the end of the result. I just want to see the car get done. You know what I'm saying? And so true. And I feel like that's the approach that a lot of people take when it comes to marriage. They're like, look, I just want the marriage. Just give me the marriage. I don't care about the
Hey,
details.
that's deep though.
Yeah.
So all right, so what do you feel like, yo, if you were to get married now? I know you got some big things going in your life.
Yeah.
If you went, like, if you joined in matrimony right now, what do you feel like would be the key things that you would focus on with your wife to make that marriage to grow long term?
It's an excellent question. I would have to make sure that me and my partner, my lifetime partner, potential wife, would be on the level of understanding that we have a common goal. And with that common goal, we're going to understand that there's not only going to be ups and downs, there's going to be a process into making this thing work.
Okay.
And it's not going to be all peaches and cream. There's going to be some headaches with it. But as long as my partner understands that I'm going to be there for her, I'm going to expect that she's going to be there for me as well.
But what if she doesn't? See, this is the thing. All right, so, we've had many discussions. Me and my dog, we've known each, so y'all know we've known each other 20 plus years.
Yeah, long
Wait,
time.
with long time. We've been through a lot of stuff, and that's why we feel like we have a lot to share. What if she doesn't? Because the thing is for us to, we understand that.
True.
Right? And you got a great experience, 40 plus years, your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
But what about the woman that you call your queen, your wife?
Yeah.
The one that you want to see you live your life with.
True.
What if she doesn't fully understand or share? Hold up, not fully understand, but share in the same discipline or future expectation, right? What if she gets detoured by whatever, right?
Outside influence.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So what do you do then?
It's a long path. I feel like even the marriages of yesteryear still had their challenges.
Okay,
and I do believe that is our today challenge. Our today challenge is where our partner may be not as wise on certain things. We have to help them out on certain things. And where our partner may see that we're not wise on things, they have to bring us up. It's an ongoing, I won't say struggle, but it's a good struggle. It's a good struggle because you understand that there's a positive result at the end of the road. At the end of the road, there's going to be that unit that you build, and then you pass it on to someone else. It's a gold mine, I believe, that you can pass on to the next generation.
Yeah. So I and that's one thing I respect and appreciate. What I have come to learn, and I was married, going through the divorce process now. And one thing that I learned is we both shared different views, right? We shared different views, different thoughts, right?
True.
When we had conversations, we shared similar thoughts in conversation, right?
Yeah.
So it was like we talked about topics and we both agreed.
Yeah.
But when we got married, there was a lot of voices coming from her family, coming from mine, differences, this and that. And what I found was I didn't know how to approach it to where I could silence those things, because when I did try to, I was like, let's get counseling, let's do marriage counseling. Sure. But I'm gonna tell you what I realized: if marriage is the route that y'all choose to go, definitely get marriage counseling, and definitely take the opinions of people that love you. Because one thing my sister always said, she is not the one for you. And I was like, I thought she was hating. I was like, nah, sis. Because sis was the type of person, she never liked me dating her friends.
She's very outspoken.
Yeah, she's very outspoken. I'm thinking she hating on you, boy. And she hating on you, boy. Yeah. And I was thinking like that's what it was, right? And without me realizing, no, she's really just protecting me.
Yeah.
And so because I had my opinion, I didn't receive it. So my opinion of marriage is going to be a negative opinion because it wasn't based on something truly pure, right? It was based on we felt a certain way because I felt like we both needed each other, right? And that we'll share later down the road, as topics go on. But my opinion is why I feel like marriage doesn't always have to be the route, is because I feel like, so give you a backstory. Okay. When I went through the whole divorce, through the whole custody battle, I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on attorneys.
Yes, you're gonna hit that.
I didn't get what I wanted. I had to fight for my daughter, my relationship. Sure. I had to do all these things, and it was like, for what? When I'm a great father.
Yeah.
Right. So this is what I realized. To me, it's not that I'm against marriage. Where I'm at though is I believe long-term relationships sometimes the best because it takes you to go through things with people.
So would you say that the level of outside influence, whether it be negative or what have you, is pretty much making the idea of marriage obsolete in your view?
Nah, what I do believe, and I like what you said, I like how you present it. No, what I do believe is I believe that this day and age we need to stop rushing marriage.
Mm.
I believe we need to stop rushing marriage.
Yeah.
I believe we honestly, because everybody be like, oh, we've been dating for 2 years. It's time to get married.
That's a
Or
good
we've
point.
been dating for 3 years. People back in the day, hundreds of years ago, had nothing to do with amount of time or this. It was like, look, I love her, she loves me, and we believe in the same beliefs.
Yeah.
We're not talking about religious beliefs.
Yeah.
We talking
Just
about the same
beliefs.
beliefs in general.
Right.
Right? What I believe now is we need to stop jumping in marriage just because we want to be married and say, oh,
Or a
I'm
certain
finally
amount of
married.
time has passed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? You know, I like, you know, so I think what has to happen is I believe, and when I say long-term, I believe long-term relationships is this, or lifetime partners,
Yeah.
is the reason why is one day if you decide to make that step, you've spent 10, maybe 5 years together. I was talking to a brother today.
Mhm.
He was with his wife, he was with his girlfriend for 14 years, and they've been married 2 years.
Yeah.
They journeyed together.
True.
They knew they got 3 kids together. They journeyed together, right?
Yeah.
There's no turning back.
Yeah.
See, the problem is everybody wants to say, I'm married, we got a kid, and then when things don't work out, they want to jump out the building, right?
Mm.
Jump out the building and then talk about he ain't no good as a father. But
Okay.
hold up. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that perspective because it's not ruling out marriage altogether.
Nah.
It is saying, you know, times have changed, and let's adhere to these changes, but kind of create our own path at the same time. You know, like, yes, if we go into it and we've been together 2-3 years, it doesn't mean that we just need to get married tomorrow.
Mhm.
You know, that could be our learning process.
Mhm.
That could be the time,
Mhm.
whereas yesterday people may have taken a year and got married
Mhm.
and maybe stayed together a certain amount of time, maybe.
Maybe.
But now, you know, someone could be together 5-6 years and they're just learning things because I'll be honest, and to your point, there's a lot of outside influence. You know, you have family, which is number one right there.
Mhm.
You got social media, you got every outside influence on your back saying what you should do.
Come on.
And to a certain point, that does wear on you. I'm not gonna lie, like it does wear. As much as I'm an advocate for marriage, I'm not gonna act as if those outside influences don't kind of hinder how you move about your life.
Absolutely. I'm not,
you know?
absolutely. And so I gotta say this, man. What I'm kind of tired of, right? This is
Yeah.
what I'm tired of. I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying, people, you know, like, for example, with women, right? I'm tired of women. They've done everything they want to do in life, have the fun they want to be. Like, I'm 43 years old. So, you know, at this age in my life, a lot of women want to settle down now.
Mm.
They didn't want to settle down 15 years ago.
Yeah,
They didn't want to settle down 10 years ago.
yeah,
They wanted to, but they didn't, right? They want to settle down now. And they expect me to settle down now with them, without even having an opportunity to really get to know them.
So what about the woman that says, and I'm gonna just play a devil's
Talk to me,
advocate.
talk to
What
me.
about the woman that says,
Talk to
those men weren't serious when I was,
Mm.
you know, ready to get into what's said, you know, relationship? What if they're saying, look, the guys that I was with, they were on some other stuff. They were about messing with a whole bunch of different women.
Mm.
And I didn't want that for myself, and so I kind of played the game as well.
And so, you know, it goes back to this. That's your perspective of how you see it.
True.
But we all, what you tell me, right? You said
Yeah.
from their perspective,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
One
yeah.
perspective. How, what she says or why she did it, doesn't necessarily mean that was factual.
That is
what,
true.
What she tells me doesn't mean it was true. Listen, if you tell me the sky is green,
Yeah.
and I walk outside and say, nah, it's blue. It's blue. What am I supposed to do? Believe? Nah,
Right.
absolutely not.
Right.
What I've come to realize is this. The problem with everyone is this. They wanna wild out, do whatever they want to do, hang out, have fun,
Yeah.
and then they want to get to a point, expect you to stop what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
But they want to expect you to stop what you're doing and live the life they want you to live.
At that time.
And then
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they want is a yes, sir.
Yeah.
A man to say, okay, baby, okay, baby,
Yeah.
okay, baby, okay, baby. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When if you bossed up and doing your thing, no, that's not the
You're
case.
not going to
That's not the case.
deal with
See,
that.
everybody wants what they want when they want it, but it doesn't always mean it's when the next person wants it, right? Or if that makes sense, right? Like, let's say, for example, let me give you an example. Say I meet a young lady right here.
Yeah.
I meet her. I'm ready to settle down. I done played the games. I'm doing my thing. Had a great time.
Yeah.
She still wants to play a little bit. But I want her to stop what she's doing to settle down because I like what she's doing, because I like the idea of me being married to her, right?
Right.
That's not how it works.
True.
It really takes, honestly, for you to just be able to be at peace with yourself, accept what you like to do, and then wait till you meet somebody to cross that crossroad with, and then you can go. Like, I believe that's when marriage fits. I believe when you when you finally come to a conclusion, and you really like love each other or care about each other, and you say, you know what, I'm tired. She says, I'm tired. And y'all decide to make that journey together. I think that's what has to happen.
Are we more, to that point, are we more impatient today then? Because if that's the case, let's put your perspective into reality.
Yeah.
How often does that happen where you have said person that's doing well for themselves and they're ready to settle down and they're ready to meet someone that's at that same point? How often is that readily available in our society?
It's rare.
Exactly.
It's rare, but I'm gonna tell you, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not impossible. What I find is, this is the thing. As humans nowadays, as people, we're selfish, right? I feel like we're very selfish
Yeah,
nowadays.
absolutely.
Like, it's me, 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 what you do for me, me, me. You know, a lot of, I just think that's what it is. But I believe in energy. When it draws you, it draws you. Now, if you commit yourself to somebody that necessarily doesn't share the same beliefs, like, you know what I mean, like doesn't share the same stuff with you, you have to have a conversation that says, how can we make this work?
Right.
We got our differences, but how can we make this work? Now, if you find that one where you cross paths with and y'all share similar energy and similar things, that's beautiful, bro.
So let me so you say that, right?
All right, talk to me.
I'm thinking, should we be telling our younger generation, if you don't,
kids.
our kids,
Okay.
if you don't find someone that fits where you're trying to go, move on to the next one.
Not at all.
Hold on now. Hold on now.
Not at all. Yeah.
Hold on now.
Go ahead.
Versus riding it out on either faith or hope or the possibility of something that hasn't actually presented itself to be.
Man, that's a great question, bro. So check this out. I got 3 kids, man. Look, hold on. Man. Cheers to the kids, baby. Cheers to the kids, baby. Listen. Man, absolutely not. I've had this thought through my mind. I got a 4-year-old, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
This is the thing, what I think about. I think that's what you're doing, is training your daughter to be, forgive me, a hoe. Right? Moving on. She'll never know who she is with that man. She gets on. No, what I do believe is just staying true to who you are, your principles, your foundation, and like removing the sexual aspect, the physicality, right? The physicality. I believe that as a man, and we can contest, and men out there, y'all can contest. There is a woman that you cross paths with that does it for you, but they don't treat it like the female that gives it to you, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's those females out there that give it to you, and you like them. Why? Because they appeal to our sexuality.
Absolutely.
But there are those women that we look back over time like, damn, I wish I would have been in the right mind. I wish I would have made something happen. I would have done it.
Yeah.
What I believe is that we need to teach our children, stay true to you. Stay true to the principles that I've taught you.
Yeah.
Stay true to your purity, right? Not, you know what I'm saying? You're not perfect.
Yeah.
Stay true to you, because what'll happen is you're going to cross the right person. Now, if you're just throwing yourself out there because you want intimacy or connection, I feel like that stems from the relationship with your parents.
Okay.
Now that's not always the case, right? Some kids just choose to want to wild out, right?
Yeah.
But I believe it has a lot to do with your intimate relationship with your parents and the aspect of your communication, right?
Yeah.
If you have a great communication with your parents, you're not just going to constantly disobey them and disrespect them.
True.
Because you might do what you want to do, but you still going to be like, damn, man, my dad did say this, my mom did say this, right? So I believe you just got to pass that purity, like allow them to be themselves, but understand, do not lose sight of yourself. Man.
Okay, no, I absolutely agree with that. I think that's great advice, because oftentimes, again, to my point earlier about outside influences, we have established who we are at a very young age, and oftentimes we do sway that depending on how someone views us, what someone says about how we move about life. And oftentimes we may be on that right path and we may be staying true to ourselves, but we may question whether or not this is the right thing because so-and-so is doing something different or this person is doing that. And so we move into this relationship and we're like, you know what? I don't know if this is the right way to go about doing this because they didn't, you know, I'm seeing this person over here doing that. I don't know if I should move that way in my relationship. And they either stick it out naively or they bail out of fear, you know what I'm saying, not staying true to themselves as well. So I mean I think that's a great point that you made about that.
I'm gonna tell you what I think, Big Dog.
Yeah.
And we're gonna end this right here because I feel like we're gonna talk about it more. Because I feel like we hitting the crevices, I think this is a 3-part, man. We kind of just generally conversating right now.
Yeah.
And I hope y'all enjoy it. We just general conversation, kind of throwing some thoughts and stuff, and we're gonna dial it back. We're gonna kind of start hitting on some real key points, right? But I think what we did is the concept is this: we all can agree that you can either go either way. You look, marriage is an option, life partners is an option, right? I think marriage is not an option for me. Like it's not like I'm not saying like I would choose marriage. Don't get me wrong. I think marriage is an option, but what I've learned from being married is this: I will only choose marriage with a woman who chooses to want to do a long term with me because she sees the value of what I bring. It's no more about how she look, what things look like, right? I think sometimes it's no more about I just want to say I'm married, right? It's no more about that. I think it really has to come down to wanting that purity of it, wanting that family structure, right? You know, as my brother said, 40 years. Ola said, man, parents been married 40-some years, bro. Like 40-some years. How many people you know been married 40-some years? I don't know many. You know what I mean? I know my man Ola, but I think what it comes down to is, and I'll say this, and I want Ola to close us out, is the reason why I feel like marriage is not the end all is because I think it's a beautiful experience to get to know someone, regardless of their financial status, regardless, like, you know, like I do very well for myself. It has nothing to do with that, right? Like I don't need a woman to meet me on that same plateau. I know there's all these guys out here that's manosphere and feminism. Like who cares? Like at the end of the day, tomorrow's never promised. Like, you know what I mean? Like tomorrow's never promised. I just want to meet somebody that honestly I wake up in the morning and I just love to look over and say, damn, baby, you beautiful. Like that's what I want to say. True. Damn, baby, she made me laugh. That's what I want. Like I ain't worried about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So close us out, big homie, and let's see and close us out. And look, catch us out next week, man. We love y'all. We trying something here, man. Bless y'all, man. Go ahead.
Sure. Hey, look, we appreciate y'all. Like I said, we just spreading the word. We just want to, you know, get y'all input. When it comes to the whole marriage thing, yes, I absolutely believe that marriage is a path, but as my man Is said, there's aspects of that we're going to touch on at a later point as well, just to let y'all know that there's more involved to the process. It's a working wheel. Like I said, with my pops, you know, you working on the vehicle, it's not just about getting the thing done. There's a process involved, and we're going to touch on that as well. So appreciate y'all. Leave your comments. Put your likes in there. Salute, brother. Till the next one, y'all be easy.
Bless y'all.